to another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. I'm Demea, the mother.
I'm Imani, the daughter.
And this is Lynette.
I'm Lynette!
The best friend.
The best friend and the godmother.
Yes, godmother. She is here to offer part 2 of our
last video. We titled it, Are We Afraid to Age?
Right.
But then we started
so
going
she
into...
listened and she got a whole bunch to say. Mm-hmm. But before we start that, how is everyone doing today on a scale of 1 to 10?
First of all, before I even answer that question, did you see the last episode? If you have not seen the last episode, pause this, watch the last episode, and then come back.
Right.
Because you may be confused. I have to say, I don't always watch every single episode as soon as it airs. I'll say that. But I did watch the last episode, and it was really good. Thanks. It was really good. So that's why I'm excited about today. So how am I feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm at a 10 today. My besties came to see me. Did y'all notice? It's a different background.
Yeah, we not in our house.
We on location. We on location.
They're on location. So you too can have your own special podcast. Just request it, because apparently they travel. No, I'm on a 10. I mean, just right now, I'm in a great space, just in life. If you've seen a few episodes back, I'm getting married. Mm-hmm. We just moved into a new home. Mm-hmm. So the bestie and the goddaughter came down to see the new home. So it's a good day for me. Yeah. So I'm on a 10 today. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm a 9.
Yay.
Okay, that's good.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
No real reason. I just feel at a 9.
I do that to people whenever people are in my space. And you are?
I'm always on a 10. I really am.
That's good.
I'm always at a 10. I woke up. I got down here. You've been on, she just make you on a 10.
We just ate good, too. Shout out to Dave,
yes,
her
fiance. It was
Thank
delicious
you.
as usual. So, we got our belly full. The sun is shining. We woke up this morning. Why not be a 10?
Good day.
Why not be a 10? Why not be a 10? So before we get into, because she obviously has a lot to say, and we've been zipping all day. So the question was, we'll just start basic. How do you feel about aging? You.
Now, as I listened to the episode,
before you respond to what we said, just
right now,
how
I
do
get
you?
that.
Okay.
I realized I don't know. I don't know how I feel about aging. And I know this may seem a little cliche-ish, but when I think about aging, it's no different how you feel about it being Saturday. Every day is a good day. Like, I just live that way. I live in the moment, but I'm always future focused. Right. And I'm just never really focused on death. I just haven't. Okay. So when you talk about feeling about aging, I don't think about aging. I don't think I'm aging. I laugh. You said you feel like you're 20 in your head. I don't know. I just never thought about it. So, okay. So if I had to think about how I feel about aging, I can only say that I feel good because I feel like my future is pregnant with possibilities. Again, I know it sounds cliche-ish, but that's just how I live. That's just how I think all the time. And I think I'm intentional with that. So when you say how I feel about aging, I feel like the best is yet to come. I feel like my best years are coming. You mentioned in the last episode, you can't wait till you get to the point where you can say what you want, right? Okay, that's something to look forward to, but you really can now if you want to. You can. Who's going to stop? Who?
But you don't feel like there'd be more repercussions if we say that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You think you would
I feel like you are at the age where you could just say what you want. And I shouldn't feel guilty about it.
I got what you said, though, because we do give, like, if you're 80 and you say it, we laugh, we're like, okay, that was cute.
80, right.
Now, somebody might try you, but they got one time to try you. And then when they catch it, they won't try you again.
That's true.
I mean, I think that's the difference.
Yes.
If you're 80, no one's going to say anything.
Yeah, right.
I think that's what you meant.
Right.
But at 52, you said something. Some people might be taken back, like, okay, somebody might try you, but you said what you said.
Yes.
Stand on that.
Right.
And that's good. So
I guess that's why a lot of people were like, "You so funny. I just love you because you just always speak what you want to say." Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
And I keep it moving. Okay,
see?
yeah, I get it.
There it
so
is.
I don't have to ask you like how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally when we broke it down like that.
I know. I mean, I guess you can. So
All right, physically, you feel how? Because when we say how old do you feel?
You could. We don't have to do how old. We could also just do like a spectrum thing, like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
You could
You
do
feel
that
your
way
age.
too.
So physically,
Yeah.
all right, and y'all gonna say, Lynette, you're on my nerves, because it's probably still gonna come back to mental. Because think about it, physically, right? I strive to be physically fit.
Right.
My business, Mad Fit Empowerment.
Yes.
Mad Fit stands for motivated and determined to be fit. That's physically fit, spiritually fit, and financially fit. So physically fit, right? I'm always. It's a journey. I'll put it that way. It's a lifestyle. So I'm always striving. Now I still teach Zumba, but I'm starting to feel the knees. Like, huh? What is that about, right? So I feel the knees. So I guess at 52 years old, my knees remind me, yo, you're 52.
Exactly.
But I'm still gonna break it down on the dance floor. I'm still doing that. I don't care that I'm 52. I'm still teaching Zumba. I now rub my knees with a phenomenal CBD roll-on that I sell.
Okay.
But it helps with the pain in the knees, right? So I rub the knees, but that reminds me, okay, I'm 52.
Okay.
That's physically. Mentally, spiritually, I'm always working on that.
Right.
So to me, that's not an age. That's a decision. So every day, I decide to be phenomenal. Period. What was that? Physically,
Well, you did
mentally,
emotionally, spiritually, you said together.
emotionally, I'm always on a high. I don't know. See, when a lot of people think of aging, and I think when you guys developed the question, I think that's the thought process you were going down. A lot of people think of a decline.
Right.
When they think about aging,
Right.
they're thinking of the decline. See, I don't look at it that way.
Now I can say I don't feel like it as a decline. I feel like I'm just starting my life.
Okay.
So because it's now all about me, it's not about her.
I can't wait to talk about that. I cannot wait to talk about that.
That's why. So I feel like I'm in a new chapter of life. How people always say like my life is just beginning with that whole thing. So. Yeah, she about to put a lot of perspective on a lot of this. I'm
It is because, again, you have to go back
right into it.
to the last episode. And Imani, you kind of touched on it, but then you backed off with her. So Imani's asking, so how do you feel? She's like, Imani, and yeah, with you, and Imani. Imani's like, what about you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, you because, and then when you, and I'm sitting there like, are we ever going to find out how you feel about you? You know what I mean? But with D, I tell her this all the time. Well, she knows it. She knows it. But for, how old are you?
23.
So Imani is now 23 years old. So I'm going to say for 24 years, so since the beginning of pregnancy, right, it has been about Imani, which is phenomenal. Did a phenomenal job. Trust me when I tell you, right? And it's always been about Imani, and she did a great job, but now it's time to celebrate that. And she's having difficulty celebrating that. Meaning, like, I'm glad you just said it. At least you said the words. It's now all about you. It is. So now D needs to be intentional about flipping the script and thinking about what is it that makes me happy? What do I want to do? What are my thoughts? Because even in answering that question, you were like, well, now I just have to make sure I have to change the will. I'm like, the will?
And then she was like, oh, I still just, now I'm at the point where not only do I think about you, but now I'm thinking about my mom. And that's when I was like, okay, but how do you feel?
I know.
I don't know how.
She doesn't. I love her so. You need people like that in your life, though. You do. You need people like that in your life. She's always been the responsible one, so that's great. But then she has people like me to remind her, you matter too. You know what I mean? So you do kind of need to figure it out. I'm glad that you said you are just starting life. So roll with that. What do I want life to look like? We can say, what do we want to be when we grow up? You know what I mean? But I like to live, I read a lot of personal development things, listen to a lot of audio tapes that tells me the world is my oyster. I have not because I ask not. Whatever I want, I can get. So I like to live life that way, and that's what makes it exciting for me. So when you talk about, how do you feel about aging? I'm like, the best part about aging is you don't have to raise her anymore. Done. Check. So now when you want to go somewhere, you don't need a babysitter, right? You don't have to check in, make sure she's good. Guess what? She's going to figure it out. So that's exciting. I think about now this space in my life. My kids are older, and now I can move a little differently because I don't have to. Of course, we're always going to make sure they're okay.
Right.
but we can move a little differently now, and that's exciting. Hey, what do we want to do now? We got all this extra time.
Right.
So I guess I'm excited about the concept or the idea of aging because, I'm grown now. Y'all gonna laugh at this one. So you can never really say, or in our family, we can never really say that we're grown because my daddy says you're not grown until you're dead because as an adult you're still growing. So never says, I could never say to my dad, I'm grown. He's like, you grown? You're not grown till you're dead. So I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I get it.
I'm not grown, but I'm adulting.
And I still don't feel that. Go ahead.
I don't know why. You pay all kinds of bills. So as soon as you start writing checks for bills instead of going out partying, that's adulting.
And I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like that. I don't know why that's always in my head. I don't know why.
I don't know what that is either.
I know.
I don't know. That's weird though. You know you have
I need to be on somebody's therapy
adult
couch.
child, right?
I know.
A whole adult. Like a whole adult.
A whole raised one.
Raised one. So today I have to laugh because I had a moment, but I'm over it. My 22-year-old, right? 22, right?
3.
Me?
23.
23. Oh.
So we were having lunch, and I say to D, would you like a cooler? And then I remember Imani could drink a cooler with us too. I'm so not ready. I'm so not ready.
Answer for a cooler, girl. Do you know what she be drinking?
Oh, I know. I know, but that's my thing. Like, you have a whole grown.
As do you.
I'm talking about you right now. You're the only one on this couch that don't feel like an adult. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Well, technically, I don't either.
What do you mean?
But mine is physically.
We on there?
Yes, go.
You ready to go there?
Yes.
So again, you have to reference the prior episode.
Yes, please.
So that you will completely understand where I'm about to go. So Imani says that sometimes she has some insecurities about her size and the baby face.
Her height.
Yeah.
Her height.
I'm
her
really
height,
short,
size,
and
right.
then I also look young in the face.
Yes.
Break it down, girl. Break it down. Because I'm like, what? First of all, I used to always say to her, girl, men like a short person.
So the
that
first
they can
thing that
pick
came
up
to my mind
and do
was,
with, right?
the first thing that came to my mind was petite, right? People love petite. A woman, okay, so I've been this size. Now it looks nice at 52 because it's kind of shapely, but I have literally been this same size since 6th grade. 6th grade.
Like, you mean like weight?
Everything
like
about
shape.
the height, the shape, everything. 6th grade. Can you imagine looking like this in the 6th grade?
Yeah.
I'm an Amazon woman in the 6th grade.
You remember that? Probably not.
Listen.
Again, things we didn't talk about.
Exactly.
Then. Yeah, things we didn't talk about.
I was always, the big 6th grade.
How tall are you?
Not 5'3",
Okay.
which is cute now because I'm 52.
Okay, was I 5'3" and the other people
But you're
on block 5'3"?
You're just.
We were about the same size, but you were really, really thin.
Okay.
I was always had thick thighs.
Are y'all the same height? Or you? I feel like Auntie Nette's a little taller.
Sometimes
That's
I
like
feel
a smidge.
just a smidge. Because sometimes the doctors say 5'5", and I'm like 5'3".
That's 2 whole inches.
That's 2 whole inches.
I think you,
You
might
can't be
be
5'3" like me and be taller than I am.
Cause I was looking
I'm
at
not lying.
y'all.
What does
your
I was looking
license
at y'all
say?
standing there, and I was like, "Oh, Auntie Nette's a little bit tall." Those barely give her.
What do you mean? You know how the sneakers are. You know how sneakers make you look.
They are not perfect.
5'4".
And a
Sometimes
half.
5'5". Sometimes 5'5". But yeah,
Right.
since 6th grade. But
Yeah.
this is big. 6th grade. Come on, this is big.
Yeah, because you're only like 12.
Right, and then I was roly-poly. When I tell you I've always been on a weight loss journey, it wasn't until I got older, started working out and cared more, as a teenager and then in college. But so to be petite, everybody wants to be petite. It's so cute. And then you get to wear really, really cute clothes. You could buy off the rack. Like, come on.
I don't think I would have had so much of a problem with it if I didn't look so young in the face.
That's a blessing too.
I know, but it's
that
just
don't crack.
It only gets annoying right now because I never really cared about it until I got to college, because everybody's looking their age, everybody's developing more, and then I'm looking like, well, why do I still look like a little kid? You know, I got asked the other day, do I need a kids menu?
Mm-hmm. We were in a restaurant. I was like, Lord, please don't let her curse these people out. Please don't let her cry. Please don't.
I know I look young, but a kids menu.
I was like, really, really serious. And then I asked, I said, how old does she look? Mine was like, I don't want to hear it. So we had to switch. The sun was in my face.
Funny.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, I guess obviously we can't relate, so we can't tell you how to feel. But I just think about the things that. But you know what though? All right, I got a lot going on in my mind. So I have to acknowledge that we can never tell anyone how to feel, and we don't know exactly how you feel.
Right.
Outsider looking in, the things that give you angst or uncertainty are things that I think are beautiful. You know what I mean? Being petite, you know, having a baby face because you're cute and you know you're an adult. So I think it starts with you.
Yeah.
Once you know who you are, it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter. And all right, I'll give you an example. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. But remember, as a profession, I am an accountant, a CPA, a certified public accountant. That's a white male-dominated career. Period. When you think of accountants, typically you think of a white man.
Yeah.
Period. So not only was I an accountant, it was always my desire to be at the top, right? So when I was in corporate America, I was a senior level executive. They call it the C-suite. Who's there? White men. Very few women. I happen to be a female and I'm black. So it's very few blacks, period. Actually, I'm thinking about where I was the most senior. There were no black men. No black men. There was maybe 2 other women, but they were white women, and then there's me. Okay, that's one thing. Also, as an accountant, you think about bean counters. That's what people think. Nerds. They typically think about people who are very analytical, really no personality. And none of those things. You know, and I used to tell people all the time, I'm not your typical accountant. I absolutely love math. I absolutely love the numbers. I love accounting. I just happen to, but I'm not your typical accountant. There's nothing nerdy about me. I can be very analytical, but I'm a people person. Period. But I had to go in those environments, and initially I felt insecure. Because here I am, I'm coming in there, I'm this black woman, you know, so I'm already standing out, everybody's staring at me. So I had insecurities because I don't look like them, I don't act like them. So I'm trying to shrink. I was shrinking.
Like you felt small.
I felt small. Until I realized, oh, you're here because you're so smart. Because you're not like them. You know, all of me got me to that position. So I need to just introduce them to who I am. Period.
Did you ever have imposter syndrome?
Yeah, I remember y'all talking about that too. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, because if I had imposter syndrome, then I think I would have continued to shrink because I didn't feel like I belonged. But I felt comfortable in those spaces because I knew I belonged. And I was looking around at some of those people, and I felt like some of y'all don't belong. Like, how are you even in here with me? What are you talking about? You know. So when as you were speaking, I just wish you could draw more on that. You know who you are. You're phenomenal at what you do, right? So even in the job search, when you think differently inwardly, when you think differently about what you can offer, what you have, it shows. It just comes out. So just recently, I had a conversation. I'm thinking about doing some consulting, some accounting consulting. So I went into a firm, and it's a small firm. It's a partnership. Okay, 2 brothers, white males. But I went in there. And I went in there thinking, do I really want to do this? So as much as they're interviewing me, I'm interviewing them.
Right.
Because yes, everyone knows I am an entrepreneur, but I love accounting. So I'm thinking, do I really want to do this? So as they're talking to me about how phenomenal they are and how phenomenal the firm is and how, you know, because they're selling it and kind of looking at me like, do we really want you? Yeah. I start thinking about how phenomenal I am. That's all I can think about as he's talking. And I'm like, wow, you know, I could really add value to your establishment. You know, that's the way I was thinking. And as I was, you know, and so in my conversations, I listened to everything that they said, and I think it would be a great match because they are great. I am great, and together we could be great. Right? So, you know how you send the thank you letter. Thank you. I'm very interested. I do believe I can add value. I'd love to be a contributing factor to the growth of your firm. You know what his response was? You know, thanks again, blah, 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 blah. You know, look forward to hearing from you soon. He says, I love the positivity you put out.
That's you all day long.
That when I walk into a room, right? Yeah. I walk into a room as if I belong there because I feel like I do. You should too. Every time. Like wherever you find yourself, be content. That's the scripture. Be content. Wherever I find myself, I am content, right? So if you're content, you know the Lord put you there. I'm in this space because this is where he would have me be. I am his best because he makes nothing but greatness, right? Just walk in that. When I left Comcast, my boss told me the meetings aren't going to be, my white male boss said, the meetings aren't going to be the same. You bring light into the room. Into a boring accounting room. I bring light because I'm not your typical accountant, but I'm comfortable in that space, right? So no, you're not your typical 23-year-old. You look 12, right? But when the people are 48 and you look 21, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's then. Like, what about now?
Right now, feel like 48-year-olds looking at you. I mean, like.
But what I said is the reason why I think she was feeling that way is because her confidence level is down.
Right.
Her self-esteem in the moment was down.
That's all we're talking about.
Because she was, I've been out of school a year and a half. Nobody's going to hire me. Nobody wants to. So when you're thinking that nobody wants to hire you, it's because something's wrong with me. It's because it's the way I look. It's because of da-da-da-da-da. But God done turned all that around within the last 48 hours. So now how you feeling?
I didn't hear what you said.
God turned that around in the last 48 hours. So now how you feeling?
I got a full-time offer from my internship.
Why? Why do you think you got the offer? Because you're phenomenal. And you're great at what you do. Or you think it was luck? Do you think it was luck?
No, I don't think it was luck. I do think...
I don't believe you. Do you think it was luck?
Not really. I don't think it was luck.
What do you think?
Do you believe it's because you're good at what you do?
I guess.
You basically feel like you've been...
Or you're good at what you do. Which one is it?
Well, I know that...
You didn't answer the question.
God, I do feel like God put me in this position for a reason. So that's why I say I don't feel like it's luck.
Gotcha.
But am I still confident in me? No.
Do you think you have what it takes to get the job done?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do what they're asking you to do? That's why you got the full-time position. Because you're you. Do you think I can do what they're asking you to do? Probably not.
Don't cry.
You know I can. You know I can.
Aww.
No, but you need to feel that though. Feel it. You are worthy. You're good. You did 4 whole years. Don't you have friends that didn't do 4 whole years? Right?
And you got a full-time offer, not even really knowing what the job entailed.
I mean,
you said you just felt like, because if you noticed, she said she was in that room last week and didn't feel like she belonged at the event that she was in. And she felt like she didn't belong. She said she really feels like she just been winging it because she's never really gotten a true statement of this is what your job is, this is what you're going to do. So she's just been in there making it work.
Let me make you laugh about that.
And they still hired you.
Let me make you laugh about that. So, all throughout junior high, high school, whatever, I love math. So I was like, I want to be an accountant. Because I thought people who love math should do accounting. There's no math in accounting. You got a calculator, that's good. What accounting is really word problems, which I didn't like in school. It's you're figuring out a situation, right? There's a situation, and then there's some numbers associated with. That's really what accounting is, right? Auditing, I had no clue what auditing was. But when you're in college and you're at the top of your class, everyone talks about the big 6 accounting firms, right? So I was an accounting major, top of my class. So of course I want to work for the big 6. I don't have a clue what the big 6 accounting firms do, right? But they audit. It's audits, right? Okay. So I'm, heavily recruited. I get offers from all the big 6 firms. I go into work at a big 6 firm. I don't know what big 6 firms do. And so now they're telling me, oh, you auditor, but this confidence, right? I was at the top of my class. All of them wanted me, right? So my confidence was up here, but I didn't have a clue. Not one clue. Day one, what do you do as an auditor?
Yeah.
And what's hilarious to me is it's so easy. That's what's hilarious to me. You see what I'm saying? But so sometimes it's your background, it's your experience that gets you in the room, and then it's just your intellect that keeps you there. You know what I mean? So you're not always going to know I had no clue. If I could just tell you, I don't even know if I should tell the world. But with auditing, literally, when you audit something, you are verifying something, literally. So the first year auditor, like we're verifying a cash balance. So the books, right? Cash. Your cash should be where? In your bank. So we're looking at a printout from the books and comparing it to the bank statement. You just audited the cash account. Make sure those 2 numbers match.
Got you.
Did I use a calculator? I looked at 2 different numbers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not math, but that's what auditing is. And I had no clue. I laughed so hard. And then the CPA exam was so difficult to me. So because, I didn't have any experience, I didn't know, I just studied and regurgitated what I studied. That's how I passed the CPA exam. But now that I know, I have experience, right? So now that I know what it is, now I can answer those questions and laugh about it. So you're going to go into this position. You're exactly where you need to be because of your experience, because of your schooling, because of the things that you've already done to get you here. And then you're just going to continue to grow. So you're going to grow with the job.
Yeah.
But what got you there and what's going to help the growth is your confidence. You just need to know you're where you're supposed to be. You're the right person for the job. Because ask me to edit this. It's not going to happen. Like that whole switcheroo, it's going to be on film. I can't
and my
do
twisted
that.
turn camera last time we recorded, and she was hot. Like, why does the camera look like that?
See,
I
I get it. You have to learn that, and you will learn it. I just want you to be intentional. I want you to think about those things and remember. I need to be here. There's something that I listen to almost every day. It's called the self-confidence formula. And I'm going to send it to you. But one of my mentors told me to listen to it because of what I was trying to do in business. Told me to listen to that every day. I mean, it's really short. But every single day, listen to it every single day. Because it just reminds you of, you can do it be whatever you want.
Have you heard of a book called Battlefield of the Mind?
I haven't, but the author I think I have.
Joyce Meyer.
Joyce Meyer.
How'd she do that 40 days something?
The Millionaire Maker.
But I swear.
I'm almost positive she's the author of The Millionaire. Because when you said Joyce Myers, I was like, Joyce Myers, I know her. I have not read that one, but I'm going to get it.
I started reading it, and it all talks about positive thinking, positive mind. When you change your thoughts, your life will change. But through like a biblical sense. Like she brings in scripture, talks about God. So.
I love that. Do you have Audible?
No, because I get distracted very easily.
Oh, okay. I'm going to download that book on Audible. That's how I listen to most of my books now. I listen to them through Audible, but some of them I love to listen and look at the same time, so I'll get both. But I'm gonna get that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna listen to it.
I'm only on chapter 6, but it's good.
But that's good though. Like, continue to read things like that because it reminds you. Yeah. Because life happens and we forget how great we are. But you need to be reminded. You're in a field that
everybody needs. But that's not easy for a lot of people. And mostly people my age and older. We're the ones who need it, who just can't get it.
Like
They don't have the patience.
Don't have
for
the patience.
It's the patience.
Right? And some of the stuff is common sense to you, and you can just do it, and you think, oh, it's the easiest thing everyone should know. I feel that way about accounting. I really do, and I'm starting to appreciate more now that I'm talking to entrepreneurs, and I realize you do know you need to do 1, 2, 3 ABC, and they're like, no. But to me, like, it's common sense. Yeah. That's how you feel. And so you need to know you have something we all need. And once you get that, oh man, you're going to be like, ah! But once you understand that, and this job is going to help you with that. Yeah. Like when you get coworkers and you look at them sideways, like, do you really belong in the same room as me? Are we really working on this project together? And I don't see any value that you added yet. So once you get into those rooms, you will appreciate what you have more. And they always say that you don't know what you know. You don't really know how much you know until you can teach it to someone else. So now as you're in the full-time position, you'll probably be in a position where you'll have to teach someone something that you just did that you thought was common sense and it took you 2 seconds to do.
Right. Well, that's me every day. She's like, did you try? Because I know you can do it right now, but I need you to try. That's what she'd be like. I don't want to try.
I need you to try.
I just want you to do it.
A little bit.
Thank you.
Just a little bit.
Don't act like you would be trying.
I try a little bit and then I'm over it, but I will try a little bit.
I click on the button, it don't work, and then I say, can you do it?
Because every time I be like, did you try? You be like, no.
Because you can just help me, so why not?
No, you don't want me to help you. You just want me to do it for you.
Pretty much.
That's the difference.
That's how life goes. Anything else that sticks out that you needed to rebut?
So what did we learn? So Dee needs to
think about herself. Put herself first.
Put herself first. Put yourself first. I'm excited. Well, I would not say that because everybody might not be invited. But
no, they're not. Did you read the fine print on the bottom?
I did. See, now you're elaborating. Now your audience wants to know what's going on.
My birthday. That's it.
You said it.
I'm talking about my birthday.
So now people who aren't invited anyway.
Invited to what?
Your birthday. So anyway, for her birthday, we're gonna do more things that's gonna focus on her. Yes. Self-care. Yeah. We're gonna do some self-care.
And there's actually something that I'm asking. We'll say that off camera. There's something I'm asking people to do.
I can't with her. So then Imani is going to just live in the moment, live in the now, be excited about the future possibilities. I know it's a lot easier once you have a job now. When you're looking for a job, I can get it. Like, I get it. I get it.
Because then it's a whole bunch of emotions. Like, am I good? Why am I not good enough? Why aren't people hiring me? What could I have done different? Was college a waste of my time? Was I going to do this? So of course you're going through all of them questions. And I told you, like, I came out working at Circuit City, right, with a whole degree. Nothing against Circuit City. Nothing against people that do what they do, but I'm like, I'm not meant to be in no Circuit City. Right. So no, why? Like, but I had to work, and that's what I had to do. And then time came, and I went on to do other things. But everybody got a road somewhere.
But it starts with you. So I think the takeaway is not specifically about the baby face or the petite, the height. I think it's just how do I love me, right?
Because your confidence
answer that
can
question.
Make you look 6 feet tall.
You don't have to answer it out loud, but answer that question. Do I love me? Don't answer it right now. If the answer is no, then you have to figure out why not. And then you have to say to yourself, I should. Period. And if you have to just keep saying it to yourself, I should. And then find reasons why you do. Like, even if you have to say it to yourself every day, I love me because, find 3 different reasons every single day. Until every day you're like, yes, I love me. Because once you have that sort of conversation, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It really doesn't matter. It takes a while. You feel little feelings get hurt for a second, then you remember. Yeah. But I love me. That's really all that matters. You have to be intentional though. You have to practice it. Yeah. And what you focus on expands. So when you're feeling away, you have to intentionally focus on, oh, but I love me, instead of the thing that made you feel away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I love me. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Right.
That kind of hurt, but I don't care. You know, like that kind of game. You have to be intentional though. Mm-hmm. You do. As you know, you look like your auntie. Oh, but that's in the other podcast. That's the other part too. We're not gonna talk about that one.
Well, what's that one?
The colorism part 2.
Oh. We need that one too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I think this was very enlightening.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening and watching.
Yeah.
And do all the things.
Yes, follow us on social media, on Instagram and TikTok at Business Streets Pod. And then you can watch and or listen on all streaming platforms and on YouTube.
And until next time,
Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.